Hello friends! In this video you'll see how the actors of the Rush Hour franchise changed, namely the Rush Hour 1, 2 and 3. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then and what's with them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Lee is one of Hong Kong's top police officers and has a trusting relationship with Consul Han. He doesn't care what they think of him. The main thing is that he does his job well and quickly, has a quick reaction and can slip away unnoticed. Played by Jackie Chan. Tang is Juntao's confidant and is connected to the underworld. Distinguished by cold-blooded calmness, doesn't care about the feelings of others and can commit murder right in front of the child. Has a short white hair, likes to smoke cigarettes. Played by Ken Doon. Griffin, Tom Wilkinson, pretended to be good friends with Consul Han. He knows how to speak beautiful speeches, perfectly portraying a benevolent and sympathetic person. He is quite cruel and used to proactively removing people he doesn't need from the path. Agent Whitney is a colleague of Ross, with whom he was involved in the kidnapping of Han's daughter. He transmits the information received quickly enough, but not enough dexterous. Has obvious signs of baldness. He was played by Rex Lean. Consul Han works at the embassy in Los Angeles doing diplomatic work. Safety is important to him, and that his orders are carried out on time. Han is sometimes quite categorical in his decisions, especially when it comes to his daughter. He was played by Tsi Ma. Clive is involved in the illegal sale of explosives and weapons. He can easily take a person hostage and always has a gun with him. Clive wears a chain and a ring on his left hand, played by Chris Penn, who died in 2006 from a cardiovascular disease. Agent Ross is an FBI agent and usually works in conjunction with Dan Whitney. He, like other agents, usually walks in a suit and likes to pin the US flag badge to his jacket. Can be tactful, but doesn't like when great being in trouble. Played by Mark Rolston. Luke Clifton Powell is kinship to Carter and is involved in illegal business. Despite all his activities, he values the family ties very much, helping his brother if necessary. He doesn't want to upset his mother and hides the true source of his income from her. Johnson is studied as explosives technician, working with the department with Carter, often resents his behavior, which alienates his teammates. She likes to go with short hair, played by Elizabeth Pena, who died of cirrhosis of the liver in 2014. Captain Deal, Philip Baker Hall, is the boss of Johnson and Carter, who is not always happy with the way the latter works. He knows how to show cunning as well as pretend and show loyalty for the cause. Knows how to pressure employees to follow his instructions. Carter, Chris Tucker, works at the Los Angeles Police Department. He likes to share stories of completed tasks with colleagues, sometimes behaves self-confidently, and is often indignant. He knows how to shoot accurately and loves to dance for joy. Wears an earring. Isabella Molina works with Agent Sterling. She is a spectacular girl who can speak seductively and attract the eyes of men, can act inconspicuously and portray her role quite convincingly, has a small tattoo on her back. The role is performed by Rosalind Sanchez. Ricky Tan is at the head of the triad engaging in criminal activities. He appears to be rather calm, but he can actually be vindictive and shows callousness. Often he is surrounded by quite a large number of bodyguards. The role is performed by John Lone. Agent Sterling is Isabella's boss. He doesn't like it when someone gets under his feet and doesn't let strangers get into the affairs of special services. He has a confident nature, doesn't accept outside help, but knows how to be grateful. Played by Harris Yuling. Gambler Michael Cho was invited to the opening of the Red Dragon Casino. Came to the dice table accompanied by a beautiful young companion, but his game was interrupted by Carter. He has good manners and knows how to dress for the situation, wears black round rim glasses. Hu Li is Ricky Tan's henchwoman and follows orders given to her. She has excellent kung fu skills, has a fairly strong punch, and is good at disguise. Hu Li has a violent nature and is capable of accurately throwing knives. The role is played by Zhang Zi. Red Dragon Boxman Saul Rubinek works at the Ring Casino and was assigned to one of the roulette tables. He strictly follows the established rules of the institution, explaining them to customers. He tries to be quite polite and smooth out conflict situations. Captain Qing, Kenneth Tang, is the head of the Hong Kong Police Department and is Li's immediate superior, who is primarily tasked with investigating serious cases. He tries to defend both his positions and his subordinates, but he doesn't always succeed. Xing is part of the triad crime family and is also an employee of Ring Plaza. He doesn't occupy a significant place in the underworld, but mainly performs small assignments, deceiving people or spying on the right people. The role is played by Ernie Rice Jr. Stephen Drain is the wealthy man and likes to put on some pretty pompous performances in his casino. He looks presentable and confident, but sometimes too underestimates his partners and his own influence. Played by Alan King, who died in 2004 of lung cancer. Red Dragon Pete Boss is one of the employees working for Stephen Drain. He monitors the game near the tables in the casino, but pays more attention to visitors, trying to smooth out conflict situations or, if necessary, call security. He was played by Gianni Russo. Renard holds a high position in France, acting as a minister, and also secretly collaborated with Kinji. He is capable of betraying a close friend, often resorting to manipulation and blackmail. The role is played by Max von Sydow. Kenny owns a Chinese restaurant in Los Angeles and doesn't like it when Carter breaks it without a warrant or warning. Kenny was trained in martial art by Master Qing. He braids hair in the back in a pigtail and wears dark green glasses, played by Don Hiddle. Genevieve, Nomi Lenoir, was Carter's romantic interest. She's quite educated and is a polyglot, likes to play in the casino, but doesn't have a fanatical gambling and usually doesn't like to take risks. She has refined fingers and a very attractive appearance. Ambassador Han Tsi Ma is the parent of Su Yung as well as an old acquaintance of Li, whom he completely trusts. He always strives for justice and in Los Angeles is engaged in various related cases, including planning to stop the activities of the triad. Kinji, Hiroyuki Kisanada, had a fairly close relationship with Li and was essentially a brother to him, though not by blood. He chose a life of crime and joined the triad, committing murders while not caring too much about emotions. Likes to walk in a light suit. Su Yung, Jingchu Zhang, is engaged in teaching activities and teaches those who wish to master the art of Kung Fu. She's a sophisticated girl with good flexibility and powers of observation. Su Yung is very attached to her father and sincerely worries about him. Dragon Lady is part of a Hong Kong-based triad crime group and can stand police officers, male or female. She's a professional killer and uses unusual murder weapons such as a knife. Likes to collect her hair in a tight bun. She was played by Yuki Kudo. Sister Agnes is in the church parish at the Los Angeles hospital. She's fluent in French and can translate any phrase without any problems. Agnes is always ready to help, but doesn't accept abusive words and tries not to utter them. Played by Dana Ivey. Kung Fu giant Ming Ming's son is one of the students taught by So Young. He is not like any student in physics, having a very tall stature and considerable size feet. He knows the skill of Kung Fu and can fight back if necessary, as he had good physical strength. Marcia comes from a fairly wealthy family and is Zoe's best friend, with whom she often drives together. She has a slim figure and good breasts, which she successfully demonstrates with the help of outfits. She was played by Mia Tyler. Soo Young is the only child of Consul Han and was also a student of Lee, with whom she had a good relationship. She is quite a capable child and not the type to just give up. Likes to listen to music sometimes on the way to school. She was played by Julia Su. George Ivan Attal is one of the residents of Paris who works in a taxi service. He doesn't like Americans, believing that they are evil, and usually refuses to carry them. But after meeting with Carter and Lee, he changed his mind. Likes to smoke right in the car. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.